sweaty freaking balls. It's freaking hot in my car, but I like enjoy doing this inside my car rather than the shed. I don't know why, but I'm just like, my car is like literally where I live. So I feel like I'm in my own space recording rather than when I'm in the shed. So like, we're gonna deal with this heat for the next like 30 minutes, but let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. It's Caffeine and Confessions London. For those of you guys who've not watched any of my videos, glad you're here. Today, I literally have so many things that I've written down for the last like month that I don't even know where I'm going to go with this video. Like this, usually all my videos, as you guys know, are just like kind of everywhere. But this one, genuinely, like I don't even know where to put my thoughts, like where to start, where to finish, because everything that I've written down is written down is so different. They're not even like related in the slightest. But let's get into it. Welcome back. One of my goals for 2025 is to be more mentally tough. This has been an ongoing thing since I turned maybe 16, is like I have constantly strived for being better than everybody else, but I've shifted my mindset. When I turned 17, it was not being better than everybody else, but being a better version of myself. And so, because for a little bit, I like developed an ego, and I think it's really hard because when you do so many things that other people don't want to do, you just naturally have an ego from doing all those things all the time. Holy, I'm already sweating. But what I'm trying to say is pushing myself in things that I don't want to do every day and doing them anyways and changing how I think about them, because I have kept myself depressed and trying different antidepressants and like trying to get on ADHD meds and like trying therapy and all these different things. And let me tell you, nothing is going to fix your problem without you doing the work on top of it. So as much as like meds or whatever, if they are helping you, great, but it's not that and nothing else. Like you're doing stuff on your own time or it's never going to solve the issue. I am going to just not take meds anymore. I've decided that it's not really for me. I've tried literally every depression med out there, and I stopped taking them before I went out to sell because I got really tired during the day. And then when I was out selling, I like woke up with depression all over again and couldn't fix my way of thinking. So this year is going to be all about changing my thought process. I've already read multiple books in just like the last 3 months on this type of stuff, listened to podcasts every day at the gym. But the root of positive thinking comes in faith. Like I believe that like you can think positively or just like trick your mind into thinking something's better than it is just by having faith that it is. And that's why a lot of people like turn to religion. I feel like most people want answers for life and for existing here, and there really isn't. So there's religion. I just read this book, also wanted to get into this. It's called Nauseous. And basically this it's like a diary form of this French guy's mundane, like day-to-day life. And it's just like diary after diary, like pages of days throughout the week. And he literally just gets nauseous from existing because he like feels like there's no point to us being there. And that's kind of the point. There really isn't a point for everybody being on this planet. People say they find their purpose, but after you find your purpose, you normally don't get fully fulfilled from that and you're on to something else. So there's never one thing out there for anybody. I believe that everybody can choose what they want to do, but like it's going to be constantly moving. You're never going to stay with the same thing forever. And I feel like that's basic knowledge. Do you know anybody that's stayed with the same job and hasn't done other things outside that job on top of it, or stayed with the same hobby their entire life and never tried anything else? Like that's just not how we live. And although there's no like end goal, I mean, if you do believe in God and whatever, like obviously you're living this lifetime a certain way to be able to go to the afterlife or whatever, but there really isn't a purpose to everything we do on the daily. Like as much as you like put it in your brain that there really isn't. So what you can do is literally trick yourself into thinking that things that maybe society don't think have purpose, like you could trick your brain into thinking it does, if that makes sense. But it takes a lot of practice, practice. So recently, every time I am going, okay, I'm going to be completely honest. I hate working out. I don't like lifting. I don't like how it makes me look at all. I don't like running. I literally never did. Like running half marathons, whatever. The runner's high, sure. I love that. That's 20 minutes. That's a moment in time that I actually enjoy it. And I think a lot of people get it twisted that they're going to find this motivation from wanting to do stuff because it's like, it's coming from, like enjoyment. Like I enjoy these things every day. I don't. But you know what I do enjoy is making sure that I know that I don't like to do it and then doing it anyways because that fulfills me. So it could be literally anything. Like, I feel like that's why school gives people a lot of purpose. Them going to class and maybe they hate the class, but afterwards and they pass the test or whatever, that gives you a little moment of enjoyment. But in reality, I think people are like searching for this thing that's for them, and I genuinely don't think that there's anything for anybody, if that makes sense. People are like, I'm so glad I didn't go into this field because I found out this was for me. I don't think that's a thing, and that's just my personal opinion. I don't think there's anything for anybody. You can train your brain into believing anything is for you. So honestly, when it comes to work and jobs and money and how you want to live your life, say if someone's, I'm trying to think about, like, if somebody wants a $3 million house and maybe the job that they know that can take them there is like the last thing they want to do on the planet, they can trick themselves into being like, this is what I want to do because they have that goal of having that $3 million house. So I think that is very important. I don't know even what I just went on a rant about. Basically, I think that's important in anything that you're working towards is also to think about once that guy has that $3 million house, okay, he's going to feel that moment of fulfillment, basically, and then it's going to be the next thing. So it's like up to you what you want to have in this life and what drives you to keep doing those things that you don't like to do every day. Because lots of people will be in a certain field of work and they'll be like, I actually just talked to someone else about this today. They'll be like, I just don't know why I was doing it because I just didn't enjoy it at all. And I was just wondering why I was wasting my time and money in it. Maybe it is not about what you're doing, but it's the way you were thinking about it. Because if you thought about that same exact thing that you were doing and you were like, I actually do enjoy this because I'm going to gain this out of it, then it like solves all your issues. So, okay, I'm trying to think like an example. Okay, back to the lifting and running thing. I actually hate it. Everybody thinks I love it. My family, my friends, they all think, oh, London loves the gym. London loves running. I literally do not. Guys, I hate it. But you know what I love? Hiking. I love to rock climb. I like to do all these things that require me to be in shape and to make me feel good, like be able to do them and at a level that I want to do them. I have to be in the gym or I have to be running. And even if I didn't do these other things, like even if I didn't hike and I didn't swim or climb or whatever, like me just doing the things I don't want to do makes me feel good. I don't even know how to put this. Like good, that's like a terrible word for it. Like a better person for doing it. It's like, damn, like I just put myself through that. So like in a different circumstance, whatever hits me through life, like I'm going to know I can do that too. I think a lot of endurance athletes know this and like have felt the mindset shift while doing their running or biking or whatever it is, because you have to go through it if you're going to do any of those types of things. Long distance, marathon, ultras, whatever. You actually have to go through this mental process. So that's going into the next thing I want to talk about. You cannot change your mindset and do these you're not gonna get any mentally. Sorry, I'm literally sweating, guys. Should I open this door? I'm gonna open this door. You're not gonna get any mentally tougher. Is that a word? I don't know. You can't unless you put yourself in those situations. It's not possible. You can read every book, you can read, like, listen to every podcast, and even though I do those things, sure, it is only to remind myself while I'm in the hard parts of my workout or the hard parts of my day that I should be thinking about them. Because you can listen to all those things, but if you're not putting yourself in the situation or the thing that you really don't want to do, you're learning nothing from it. It'll go through one ear and out the other. So I guess my advice right now with this is like, go fucking do something so hard that you actually, your brain is telling you that you can't do. Because trust me, you can do it. And no matter how much your brain wants to like lie to you and stuff, if you just put yourself in that situation, and maybe it sucks, maybe you fucking hate it, and maybe you do it for like a year. Like maybe you're putting yourself in that situation for a year. I say you keep doing it until it becomes a natural, what do you call it? Sorry, I can't think of words right now. I need to expand my vocabulary. I think that's another goal for this 2026 year. Like a subconscious thing, like really easy for you to do. Like you give it no thoughts. Like when I finished my half marathons, I was like, days after that, I was like, dude, I'm just gonna get up and run 6 miles today because like I know I can do it, and like why the fuck would I want it? Like why wouldn't I if I know I can? Because you know nobody else is doing that shit. No one wants to get up at 7 a.m. and run freaking 6 miles. So it's just like pick something throughout your day, every day, that you actually just do not want to do, because in the end it's just gonna make you feel a lot better. And I feel like that goes back to purpose. Like sometimes like people that are depressed or like don't know what to do on the day-to-day life and are feeling like there's no point to being here and doing nothing, like what's the point of anything, is like if you do those hard things, it low-key gives you a point. It low-key gives you like a small tiny itty-bitty purpose, and it just I don't know how to explain it any better. I feel like we need to get on the next topic before I just start rambling random shit and then no one understands what I'm saying. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about though. Anyways, also just like understanding why you are doing what you are doing. I think a lot of the time when we do stuff that we don't want to do, it's like you're just questioning yourself, why am I even doing this? It's not fulfilling me. It's not making me enjoy life. It's like, whoa. Like you got to switch your mindset and be like, and understand why you actually are doing it. I'm doing this so I can get that $3 million house. I'm doing this so I'm able to climb that mountain in a month when I want to. I'm doing this so I have more confidence when I go talk to people I don't know. I'm doing this so, like, this could literally be anything, guys. It could be in school. It's like, you could choose to, like, maybe there's an option to give a presentation in front of the class or just submit it online through video, and you hate talking in front of people, and, like, you would much rather submit that video. No, choose the one in front of the class, because in the end, that's going to benefit you. The video is not doing anything. You're going to be stagnant. You submitted that video in what? Okay, you learn nothing from that. So I think you got to always pick the hard route, because there's no growth in staying stagnant. Anyways, brother, let's see. Another good thing to think about is not necessarily finding, but choosing something that you want to get better at, or you are already good at, that you might hate. Like, okay, so I just said that, right? But choosing something like that other people can't, because that also does something to your brain. Like choosing to, like I said, like maybe the average person, like I'm being so, like I feel like this is just well known. The average person does not want to wake up at 5 a.m. They just don't. Like people want to stay out late. They want to drink. They want to get up later in the day. They don't but if you are really good at getting up at 5 a.m. and maybe you don't like it, but you're good at it and you can do this for the rest of your life, pick that, do that, because it does something to you that like not everybody else has, and it can like fulfill you in a different type of way. So I'm trying to think of like another example, but I just think it's important to choose or to find. I don't think there's like something that like I talked about, like there's nothing really, like you can't really find something for you. I feel like you pick it, and maybe it's harder for you than for somebody else, but like that's just your brain. Like just change how you think about it, because the only reason why that other person doesn't have a hard time with it is because they think about it differently than you. I feel like we're all put on this planet with a certain type of energy, but I don't believe that is like who we are as a person. Just like I've talked about in other episodes, like what we do isn't who we are. It's really like an ongoing like thing for the rest of your life. You're never going to really understand who you are as a person, because there is no really purpose for us being here. There is no like, I don't know, like I feel like you find it through serving others. I think that's the biggest one, but you're never going to really find something that's for you, because there really isn't anything. It's just like you pick. I believe in picking. Like you just change your thought process. Holy crap, I just feel like maybe people are going to think I'm like delusional listening to this, and like they're not going to understand a single thing I'm saying. But like I get it, and I guess that's all that matters. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to put this out there. Yeah, I am. It's fine. I'm going to look back at it and be like, London, what were you on that day? It's not even like I had a whole lot of caffeine either. Like today, I've been weaning off the caffeine, guys, because I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to be mentally tougher in 2026. So I'm doing my research, and like on the foods we eat are like food has like the biggest impact on everything in your life. Your brain, your body, the way you think, everything. So I am just like trying to cut out the caffeine, because first off, that makes you freaking brain dead as freak if you have too much, and I've been having too much, trust me. I'll have like an energy drink before work at like 5:30, then I'll have a coffee because I work at a coffee shop right now, then I'll have one before the gym after I get off. It's like that's not okay. So some really good things though, like while I'm on this topic, I've learned that brain foods are like fish are really good. Dark chocolate, which is surprising, blueberries, those help with like memory, and energy, and what's another thing? Those are the only ones I can think of right now. But incorporating those foods, and then also I've been just doing whole foods 80% of my diet, because I've realized that is what's been doing me the best in everything, in how I feel, in all my workouts. And like you need to have some processed foods. I've learned that like some like small amounts are good for you, especially if you're like training like an endurance athlete. You like need those. But if you're just like going on your day-to-day life without really doing hard exercise, or like maybe you're at like a desk job all day, like the whole foods, you have to stick to that, because it'll make you feel so much better. Anyways, so as you can tell, I've been really searching for kind of the purpose of everything, because I've been depressed for like the last 5 years, as you guys know, and I think I've just found peace in there not being a point. And I go to church every week, right? And I feel like that definitely is playing an impact, because I feel like I'm half Christian, half not right now. I'm half in, half not. But I think sticking to that has just made me feel good, so I continue to go. So there's got to be some truth in it, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think anybody is, and I think that's just how we have to go about our lives. But I don't remember where I was going with that at all, so freaking freak. Also, I feel like that's why, well, no, okay, I'm not even gonna go there. Next thing, if you know me, you know if I'm not doing anything with my life, I'm depressed, and I'm working on this because it's just stupid, because everything that I do, there isn't really purpose behind it anyways, because we're just here existing. So that's kind of like put me at peace with like not really doing anything either. Like if I want to go sit on the couch and watch a movie, that is not a bad thing, you know, because normally, like, if I were to take a break or, like, be in my home, like, in my house for a couple hours, it's hard for me to, like, be happy because I'm like, dude, what am I doing with my life? I'm just, like, here and, like, there's no point. But it's like, you need to, like, switch your mindset when you're in those stages. It's like, actually, nothing that you do, that 10-mile run you went on this morning didn't have purpose either. So it's fine to be at home and do nothing, because really it doesn't matter. But that way of thinking also, like, keeps me depressed. So it's like, if I'm home and I'm watching a movie, it's like, I have to change my thought process into being like, if I didn't have these moments where I'm able to do nothing, then I probably wouldn't work as hard when I am doing stuff. So, like, there's always balance with whatever you're doing, and I need to figure that freaking out, but it's fine. I think one thing that I was blessed with, I don't know, I wasn't fucking blessed with this. Actually, I taught myself this at, like, freaking 15 by putting myself in uncomfortable situations, because that's life, okay? And some people learn this, like, further down the road, and some people learn it super young, because that's how I was. I was, like, I would say I was, like, a more introverted kid, and now I'm the polar opposite. I will talk to anyone and everyone about anything I want to hear, everyone's view on everything, and it's more like maybe I'm more curious now, and I just don't think about, like, the consequences with different things, or maybe I just don't give a freaking flying fuck. But I think I've said this so many times, but, like, you really have to train yourself into not caring what other people think at all, because everybody slightly cares. As much as they want to tell you that they don't, there are things in society that have made us care in certain types of ways. And one book that I'm reading right now is it's like The Generation of Anxiety or something. The Anxious Generation. My aunt told me to read it. It's actually insane. And I'm so glad that I was so distracted with my sport growing up, and, like, I was so focused on myself constantly that I did not have time to even think about these things that I was reading about. I was like, holy crap, no wonder a lot of my friends are this way. No wonder a lot of my boyfriends have been this way. It's literally our iPhones and social media. Like, everything that we have been shown or, like, taught is through our phones, and it's, like, ruined every person that is in, like, my age group and younger, or, like, honestly, like, maybe 30 and younger. I don't even remember when iPhones came out, but it has made everybody so insecure, so self-conscious, so scared to say something. And it's not even like because they're scared of the bad feedback, because most of the time people won't even tell you that, like, you said something stupid, or, like, they think you're, like, weird. It's like the fact that you might think that they're thinking that because that's what everybody else thinks on the internet. So it's like, I don't want to say this because this person's going to get offended, and everybody, but even though they might not say something to me, that's how they think, because that's how everybody thinks. It's like a herd sheep mentality. And I genuinely, like, I will only be on TikTok and Instagram to create. I will never be, like, I'm literally on there maybe for 5 minutes scrolling, but any more than that, I have felt myself get more depressed just because I'm consuming rather than creating. And I think that's the whole purpose of, like, the main purpose of, like, social media and platforms like that is for creation, because lots of people find purpose through that. But if you are just on the other side of the screen consuming it constantly, and not doing anything with it, that will actually make you super depressed and insecure and anxious about life in general, and about how you look in yourself. So it's like opened my eyes to, like, see, like, I'm saying like so much. It's opened my eyes to seeing how my friends are, why they act the way they do, and why they are the way they are, because I had never dealt or never thought like them, and I just noticed it all the time when we're together, because we just think so differently. It's like, why are you thinking like that? Like, no one cares. Like, maybe it's like them choosing an outfit, or them wondering how to respond to somebody else. I'm like, why are you thinking about it so much? Just do it. Just do what you want to do. But they don't know. They don't know what they want to do anymore because they were so influenced growing up by everybody around them telling them what is cool and what they should do constantly over and over again, that they don't even have their own interests anymore, or their own style, or their own hobbies. Nobody, like, have you noticed? Nobody has hobbies anymore. Everybody's either at gym, at school, or like on TikTok. There is no like very rare do I find people that actually have genuine hobbies. It's crazy. Or it's video games. It's literally video games, gym, or school. Like, it's so crazy. It's because they don't even know who they are, because they grew up with this thing in front of their face that has told them what they were their entire life. Anyways, I don't know how I didn't get affected as much. I probably do. There's so many factors that play into who you are and how you grow up and like the way you are. Like, I can't say that I wasn't affected by my phone or whatever, but not to the extent as a lot of people I know, and I'm so grateful for that. I am literally never been more thankful for playing a sport in my life than I do now, because maybe 2 years ago, I was really regretting I was like half in, half out about the whole, like, I homeschooled all my high school. I did my freaking tennis. I didn't have a social life. I didn't have the high school experience, and I was really upset about that. But now I can look back on it and be like, holy crap, I'm so grateful that I turned out this way, because I'm happy with how I am. Like, and lots of people can't say that. That's the thing. It's like, that's one thing I take a lot of pride in, and I do have an ego. I won't say that I don't, because I do. But I actually am, like, so blessed in who I am, what I look like, and all of the above. Like, it just, people compare all the time, and it's, like, crazy to me, because I don't think I've ever compared anybody to myself as much as everybody else has. I don't know if that makes sense. I've never really idolized anybody, I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, please tell me you guys understand this. Lots of young girls are, like, idolizing these, like, celebrities, these singers, these movie producers, and I have never, like, I might have, like, given them kudos and thought they had something unique and, like, they're different, but I never was like, oh my gosh, like, you are so above me, whatever. Because no, we're literally all the same. We're all the same. We're just human. We're all the same people. It's so weird to think about. And it's just like, these people that people are like, oh my gosh, let me get a signature. Oh my gosh, let me get a picture with you. It's like, why? Like, I don't get it. Because they did certain things. Just lock in and do those same things as them, because you can. And maybe people don't have as many opportunities, but if you want it bad enough, you will find a way. Anyways, I'm going to end this episode with that last thought, note, whatever. Damn, I have a huge blister on my foot from running, I just realized. That's not really... But anyways, stay driven, stay motivated even when you feel like you have nothing left. What else could I end this with? Find those hard things in your day-to-day life and push through them so you can be a better person for yourself, feel better about yourself. Yeah, that's about it. I will post another video next week, so stay tuned for that. I don't know what day it's coming out. I'm really not consistent with these right now because I have a lot going on. Going back out to sell solar here in a few... Hopefully we get me set up in the next few weeks. On top of that, I'm working a part-time job, and I am in school. So, I don't know. School is something else right now. I don't think this is going to be a thing for a while. I always say that, and then I end up going back to it, because why not? Why not? Even though there isn't any end goal with this, it makes me do something that I don't like to do every day, and that's all that I can get out of it. So whatever. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking if I don't just shut this off. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.